Tastes good without even having to light it, kids. Don't have to kill your lungs. Iran was Persia. Yeah, I think I've said that before. The name just changed. It's just one of those things, kind of like, you know, we don't call Finland by its actual name. It's like Sumi or something like that. Or like Japan's actually Nippon. Or like Germany's Deutschland. Yeah, such like that. Dating back, if you look at it, they had a long history of nation building. So they were all about building more successful additions onto their empire. As they went on, as the empire collapsed, they still kept like a Persian identity, similar to like Rome for the Italians or the many Greek city-states for the Greeks, you know. Up into the 1970s, they were slowly progressing into almost a very modernized Western civilization. They had more in common with Europe than they did with like Saudi Arabia's of the Middle East, but then they had an Islamic revolution of such. So during this Islamic revolution, they got a new imam. He's like the head of religious institutions, and his main thing was to get all these extremist groups and unite them under Shia Islam over there. So yeah, I mean, Iran's a pretty interesting spot right now. And then with the U.S., we recently pulled out of the Iran deal, which was helping them with their nuclear energy and such. It was preventing them from getting nuclear power for bombs, but providing nuclear energy. But as we all know, nuclear energy can be easily converted into some sort of weapon. You can weaponize it. It's not impossible if you have the right ingenuity and such. Nobody wants them to have their nukes, at least the U.S. for the most part doesn't, which is odd. If they want a nuke, they can have it, but who are they going to use it on? Everyone else got them too. It'd just be a shit show, a bunch of mudslinging, a bunch of monkeys flinging poo at each other. But instead, they'd all die. So right now, it seems that we're still at odds. And you know, there's just a bunch of hate and resentment, like death to America is shouted, or let's turn Iran to a piece of glass, you know, by nuking it and such. It's just hyperbolic in nature, you know. They're just inspiring war against each other when really it's not too different in many instances. Iran and enough Americans will eventually start to realize that this isn't a war that any of us want to get into anytime soon. We might start accepting that our expansionist past of intervention and almost imperial-esque, which we fought against that tyranny of imperialism, but now we're facilitating it, which is not good. It's going against American values of liberty and sovereignty. Eventually, I believe we will start to respect the sovereignty of nations like Iran and will start to form better bonds through a respect of sovereignty. See, Iran isn't necessarily innocent because Iran has supported terrorism. It's only if Iran plays their part of the deal and starts to get back on their path of modernization again. And they seem to be already there. They're starting to realize that oil can't be their only industry. They can't become a pariah state in this modern world. They saw how that worked for other countries like Venezuela. I believe that things will start to settle down, but of course, you gotta work in the dark for a little while to get the light running. So all in all, you know, Iran has been observing instances like Iraq, and this is how they're connected, of interventionism and being overthrown. So Iran is afraid of that exact fate happening to them. And they see America as the big boogeyman that's going to come and do it. And Iran doesn't want that for their people. Simple story there. We'll hopefully start to see Iraq start to gain some more sovereignty again, improve its situation. They've had a semi-steady Shia leadership there, and they're slowly but steadily resuming normalcy. Whatever normalcy might be in the Middle East at this point, thanks to years of war, but they'll get there. But that's about all, son. So son, what do you think about all this? Oh shit.